I'm heading to the mini dealership to get my wife's oil changed. And I'm doing it because, well, it needs the oil changed. But if you go to the dealership, they change your oil for free. I better get gas after. I can only go 32 more miles. This guy's backing up. Don't back up too far, man. They open at 9, and I have a 9 a.m. appointment, but it looks like they're already here. Take a look at a couple of the cars. Let's check out the BMW, which I don't know anything about BMW, so I don't know what kind of BMW this is. It'll tell us on the sticker. Okay, this is a 2025 BMW 760i drive sedan. Look at this. $140,000. Well, $140,975. It's nice. But I'd rather buy a condo. This is an EV. This is a 2025 BMW iX. $97,495. It looks kind of ordinary to me for $100,000. Beautiful day here in Florida, and I am watching the president at West Point on Right Side Broadcasting. He's about to speak. Real exciting, isn't it, to have our president back, Commander-in-Chief. 45th and 47th President of the United States giving the speech to the West Point graduates. It's absolutely amazing. I guess this is how you get around in an EV. You bring around a battery pack, a stand, and an extension cord. Yeah, I think I'd rather just pull up to a gas station for 5 minutes, fill up, and then go 300 miles or so. Here's Kathy's car, and they washed it. Nice. Oh, I had a great little run-in with a triggered liberal lunatic at the car dealership while I was waiting for the car. I love it. So I'm wearing this Trump 2028 hat, my favorite of my MAGA hats. And throughout the time I was waiting for the car, people that worked at the dealership were like, nice hat, like the hat. And one of the salesmen came up to me and he says, man, I wish that could happen, but it can't. And I said, no, that's not true. They can amend the Constitution. This customer walks by and he says, can't happen. He barks it out, right? And I said, man, the Constitution's been amended 27 times. He's like, that's not true. The first 10 don't count. I said, okay, they're called amendments, but subtract them, still the Constitution's been amended 17 times. And then he says, he was really triggered, and he was not a young guy either. He was, I don't know, 45-ish, 40. And I was expecting him to tell me he was an attorney. Now, he was wearing shorts with, like, penny loafers. So, you know, right there he's got problems. But he says to me, it's impossible. The country is too divided now, not like before with the other amendments. I said, really? The amendment that freed the slaves during the Civil War? They were fighting a war, and they passed an amendment. Or women getting the vote? I said, it doesn't seem so divided now looking back, but that was pretty divided, and they did it. He said nothing. He just walked away. He had nothing to say. But his hands were shaking a little bit. I tell you, these leftists. You know, I was talking about this on my podcast last night. You know, the thing about the Trump 2028 hat, out of all of my Trump hats, this one freaks them out more than anything. It really triggers them. It's just the thought, the idea that Trump could come back in 2028 just causes panic to go through their entire body, from their bones all the way out to the hair on their arms, and they can't handle it. But I love it. And that guy, he didn't know where to go. He didn't know who he was trying to start a debate with. I love it. From 2028, baby. Electric bikes, e-bikes, are so dangerous. There is a kid next to me on the highway on an e-bike. I can't believe this. Look at this kid on this e-bike. This is a regular main road. I mean, look at him. It's nuts. Those things are so dangerous. I mean, it's just crazy to me that parents get those for their kids. The cars on this road are going like 60 miles an hour. Now, that's faster than you're supposed to go. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road. That e-bike doesn't go anywhere near that speed. Look at this car in the parking garage. What, is Austin Powers stopped by? It's amazing. Does anyone know what kind of car this is? Citroen. Look at the lights up there. That is super cool. A lot of dust on it, though. That car's cool, too. I'm taking the Brightline train from Boca to meet my daughter today in Aventura, which is kind of like North Miami. The Brightline, if you don't know, it's a high-speed train in Florida. It's kind of new. And the reason I'm taking it is it's super cheap to take it today. It's 15 bucks. And it's only 25 minutes from Boca Raton to Aventura, which would be an hour drive if I were to drive it. Maybe more depending on traffic. Florida is beautiful. It's a nice day. It's 92 degrees right now. That is Boca Raton, and I can actually see the Bank of America building where William Youngerman's office is at from here. There's not a cloud in the sky. Now to Aventura, since it's a short stop, it goes about 90 miles an hour. It goes all the way south to Miami, but you can take it to Disney World, and at Disney World it goes about 115. Four.
Please stand clear of the closing doors. We'll be departing shortly.
You get 1 minute to get off, and then it leaves. They don't mess around with their time. The next stop's Miami. Here I am at the Aventura Mall. We're meeting at the Apple Store. I guess she has to go to the Apple Store for something, and that's a good place to meet. And it's so nice that our daughters moved back home to Florida. You know, I mean, it's amazing. I don't have to get on a plane and fly all the way to California to see her anymore. Boy, that girl has got a lot of guts. She's standing out there singing solo in this huge area. I'm so old school. These fancy maps are a little too much for me. Okay. Apple Store. Okay. Okay. Oh man, that looks good. Salted caramel. I've never seen it like that before. Blackberry. Nut Trio. Oh my goodness. This mall is massive. I'm about 98% sure that I went the wrong way. And this is something I've not seen in a long time. A Doc Martens store. Although they say Dr. Martens. I say Doc Martens. Let's see what they got. Now, the thing with Doc Martens is they're not made like they used to be. I have this style, right, that's made in England that I've had since 1997, and it looks brand new. These are not made in England.
In the back. And when you guys come back, I'll have it.
Oh. Check these out. Hi. I did go the wrong way. And I think I might be going the right way now. That's a fancy Italian restaurant. You know you're in an upscale fancy place where there's a kiosk for caviar. They have other things too, more, but caviar. It's $40 a can. $45 a can, 3.17 ounces. Moose of duck, 11.28 ounces, $35 for that can. Holy smokes. $40 for that one. Oh, and you could just stop in and have caviar right there. Wow. This is my third directory. Let's see if I've gotten closer. I've gotten faster with typing. Okay. Okay. I'm going the right way this time. My daughter called me about 10 minutes ago and said she was 10 minutes away. Yes, we're walking. But I don't know if I go right or left. Cartier. This is a wild kiosk. Look at that. It's a Volkswagen bus. And it's coffee. That's pretty awesome. That's a real bus. I don't know if it still drives, but it's a bus. In Florida, people bring their dogs everywhere, including like the drugstore, Walgreens. See what I mean? Another dog. That's Florida. Let me know in the comments if it is that way where you live. Do people bring their dogs to the mall, to the drugstore? They don't take them to restaurants, at least not yet. See what I mean? I mean, what is this? She have a sled outside? I mean, these are not just dogs. These are massive polar bear dogs. And it's 93 degrees right now. What's it like for these dogs in this Florida heat? Look at this guy. What's he got on his head? TV dinners? That is a beautiful sculpture, isn't it? Wow. That is something else. I'm really glad I came now. That is an epic Apple store. This is a slide for kids. It doesn't look like it's open today, but this is crazy high. Just to give you some, okay, perspective. Here's the front of the Apple store. And then this is the slide. If that was open, I'd go down that slide. This is the mall valet parking. You can see how crowded it is. This is why I took the train. It's much easier. Just boom, take the train, 25 minutes, and I'm here. In fact, it took me longer to find this Apple store than it did to get to the mall on the train. This is the most awesome Apple store I have ever seen. I mean, check this out. They have like this stadium seating here. There's a second story. I've never seen anything like this at all. This is upstairs. I mean, check this out. Now, they told us that they have on the weekends at night, they have DJs here sometimes, live DJs. Oh, and there is a mall entrance that's inside the mall right there on the second floor. Oh, and they have cushions there. Pretty cool. Well, Tim Cook better start making his iPhones in the U.S. or big tariff on everything here. Another woman with another dog. This is the first Bud Elon Musk store, and they have a Cybertruck, which I've never been inside of before. So when this family's done playing in the Cybertruck, it's going to be my turn to play in the Cybertruck. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at those lights. That is wild. It's kind of like a DeLorean. Doesn't sound very solid though, does it? 5,000 down, 779 a month. Okay, this is how you...
It goes down faster than it does going up.
Yeah, that seems kind of, I don't know, broken. It doesn't even want to go up. Oh, okay. But you got to close it yourself. It's heavy. I got to tell you, it looks cool, but it seems a little cheap to me. It just, you know, the way that is, and I'll show you something else that I'm not too crazy about. All right, and this right here, you've got this gap, and it doesn't feel even. I just don't think you should have this gap here like that. And the gap is going all the way down, see? It does look cool though. I mean, there's no getting around that. And the other thing is, it just doesn't sound too solid. This would be super cool to have, the Tesla bot. They have a lot of cars in this mall. I'm not too sure what this is all about. Oh my goodness, this is super cool. Check that out. Oh my goodness. This would be a lot of fun to drive around town. It's like a three-wheel kind of motorcycle thing.
That's really cool. I like this.
Yeah, this is really nice. Look at that.
What a cool little vehicle.
That is really wild. Here are the prices. Okay, this is the three-wheel version. They're called Morgans. A 2024 Morgan, $61,999. And then the second one, the Morgan Plus 4 is $115,000. This is like the brightest store I've ever seen. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere opening. And my daughter Emily, she drove me from the mall after we had lunch to here, back to the Brightline station in Aventura. They want to get you liquored up before you get on the train, I guess. Look at this. I mean, this is a hardcore bar. This station here is really nice. Look at this. Obviously, it spells train. Now, the Brightline goes right now from Miami to Orlando. I took it to Orlando once, about a year and a half ago. And even though it's a high-speed train, the fastest it got to when I went to Orlando was about 115 miles an hour. And it didn't get me there any faster, actually, than if I drove, because on a big chunk of it, it goes 90. So it takes about the same amount of time to get to Disney World than it does to drive, but not driving is pretty stress-free. And they're extending it. It's going to go from Miami all the way to Tampa. Now, I would take it to Tampa, because that's not a fun drive. And then this is one of those stores, kind of like the Apple grocery stores, where there's no cashier or anything. Your Apple Pay pays on your way out. You just get what you want, and somehow it knows what you got. And then you get charged when you walk out. This I don't get, okay? These are new houses. Oh, I'm on the yellow. Can't talk. You can't stand on the yellow. They just yelled at me. Well, why? I don't know if those are condos or apartments, but why would you live this close to a railroad? Whether they're condos or apartments, it's not cheap to live there in this location. So, you know, it's got to be awful hearing trains all the time going by. This is my car, 6. And this is an area between cars that has a little bench. And the reason that I am here is someone's in my seat again. Every single time I have rode this train, someone's been in my seat. Now it looks like it's shaking a lot, and between cars it shakes, but inside the car itself, it really does not shake at all. Here we are, back in Boca. It's so much better than driving, I can't tell you. I love taking the train. Not exactly sure what this is about. Swing into, I guess, City of Boca. I guess that's an Instagram wall. I parked Kathy's car far away because I didn't want anyone to park next to it and ding it. So I parked up here high, way in the back, knowing no one would park next to it. It says range 5 miles, please refuel. Oh man, it's 87 degrees, 86. Great, it cooled off a little bit. And I have the AC off because I have so little gas. I better find a gas station real quick. It said 7 miles when I started it. I just pulled out of the parking garage and it went down to 5. I got gas and I got the air on. Awesome. Well, it was great spending the afternoon with Emily. I've seen her this week 4 times, 5 times, at least 4. And it's so nice to be able to get together with her so much when I couldn't before, right? She was at our house last night. Now she, got together with me today, and Kathy and I are so excited. And our parents are too, that she's back here in Florida. All right, guys. Hey, listen. Thanks for watching, and all your support as Patreon supporters is greatly appreciated. It really is. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.